Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about spoilers ahead. I won't dive into every aspect of this film, just what stood out for me both negatively and positively, as this was my most anticipated film of the year. I guess fourth time's a charm as we're reintroduced to the Marvel's first family and their best movie to date. The costume design and cinematography truly capture the 60s vibe of Earth 828, not to be confused with the mainline MCU of Earth 199999. The story taking place on a different Earth not only gave the story more room to breathe, but also took the pressure off of people wondering where the Fantastic Four fit into the grand scheme of things in the main universe and where they've been for the past 2 decades. The look and feel of Earth 828 and how it influences the story beats, suits, and overall vibe of that Earth is a breath of fresh air. With the roller coaster ride of the MCU with its TV and films the past few years, it felt good to get out of the modern times and problems that have plagued the franchise, even if it is brief.
What time is it, Ben? No. What time is it, Ben?
The cast of this film was a mixed bag for me when first announced. While the casting of the Bears' Ebon Moss-Baccarat and Vanessa Kirby, daughter of legendary comic book writer Jack Kirby, as Ben and Sue intrigued and incited me, Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn's Reed and Johnny left much to be desired. Pedro seems to be everywhere you go in this day and age, and while his acting skills are sound, I wasn't fully sold that he would be able to capture the feel of Reed. And the same went for Joseph Quinn, whose most notable role up until this movie was
Up, Chrissy! I don't like this, Chrissy! Wake up!
But I'm pleased to announce that after 3 viewings, the cast of the entire Fantastic Four has sold me on this team of actors and made me more excited to see them in the coming films, as their dynamic and relationships in this movie really make you feel the love for them, even if it's not shown as obviously as certain times in the film as others.
Gotta say, it's fantastic.
Reed Richards is shown to be the perfect mix of awkward and loving, showing his feelings towards the issues he faces more subtly and matter-of-factly than his wife, especially when it comes to protecting his son from Galactus' attempts to consume him and use Franklin's powers to absorb his hunger so Galactus can finally rest. Vanessa Kirby is the glue that holds this film together. From the moment she comes on screen, she is the focus of the film. Her relationship with Reed, motherhood, and the impending doom of Galactus as she fights to defend not only Earth, but her newborn son makes you want to be a better parent. Kirby's Sue balances the more eclectic Reed, immature Johnny, and reserved Ben perfectly, all while playing the role of the concerned mother to a T. If Sue is the glue of the Fantastic Four, Ebon Moss-Baccarat's Ben Grimm is the heart. Ben is played as the older brother figure needed to balance out the little brother figure of Johnny, but also shows him just as much of a caring uncle to Franklin as Johnny. With almost half the times Franklin is in the film, it's Ben holding him. Ben is the most reliable of the team, always willing to help out, but my one issue is the lack of character moments he has showing his feelings toward his transformation. The movie opens with revealing that the Fantastic Four have been active for 4 years, which gives us a chance to see a world lived in by the superheroes, but unfortunately takes from some key moments I think Ben needed. The film does show hints of the sadness and loneliness he has since he is no longer human, but Reed is the one who mostly shows the emotion toward the situation. With both times that Ben's transformation is brought up into the film, both Ben and Sue have to ease Reed's worries that I wish we could have gotten more out of Ben than Reed. And finally, Joseph Quinn's Johnny Storm is nothing short of. The slight nods to his womanizing ways are great, but his intelligence and heroism shine in this film, showing him decrypt and learn the Silver Surfer's language, showing him twice being willing to sacrifice himself to save Franklin and his family, and the brotherly relationship he shares with Sue and Ben make this depiction of the Human Torch the best to date. Also, Herbie is cute, and Franklin is an all-powerful baby, but we'll talk about that in another video. The villains in this movie are nothing less than great, as we finally get a comic-accurate Galactus and an alternate universe Silver Surfer, or Herald, in the form of Julia Garner's Shia LaBeouf. It was great to see and feel how menacing Ralph Ineson is as Galactus. He's not on screen much until the third act fight in the movie, but his presence is built up from his introduction and is well worth the hype. Shia LaBeouf is interesting in the way her character is written, but falls short in the end. While her character moments with Johnny showed a character filled with remorse for the role she plays in previous planet's demise to Galactus, she does not show any intent on betraying him, which makes her sacrifice at the end of the film to help save Earth and in turn save Johnny from making the sacrifice and pushing Galactus into Reed's space bridge a little out of character. If we had more time with her, I think this turn of events probably wouldn't feel so out of place, but all in all, she's played very well and was a welcome addition to the film. The only other villain of note is Paul Walter Hauser's Mole Man, who's more of an anti-hero than villain when he's utilized in the film. Although his screen time is brief, Hauser's Mole Man was used to move the story along without bogging down the film with unnecessary filler, so we could reach the final confrontation with Galactus at the end of the film. At its core, this story emphasizes the importance of family, both the bonds that unite the Fantastic Four and the challenges they encounter as they navigate the ups and downs as celebrities and the heroes of their world. I can't wait to see where they take the team from here, as the road to Secret Wars is fastly approaching. The mid and post-credit scenes were great. The end credit scene is just a cartoon that's played throughout the film, but it's its full introduction of the Fantastic Four in cartoon form. The mid-credit scene picks up 4 years later as Franklin and Sue are reading a book on the couch in the Fantastic Four's loft. As they finish that book, Sue goes to get a new one from the kitchen, and as she returns to the couch, she notices someone in the house. She ignites her hand with her invisibility powers as the camera pans up to find Franklin touching the face of Dr. Doom. While we don't see if it's Robert Downey Jr. under the hood, we do get to see the back of his cape and a better look at his Dr. Doom mask. At first, I thought it was an Iron Man mask, but after watching the film again 2 other times, I can gladly say that it is a Dr. Doom mask and not an Iron Man mask, as previously thought. I really thought that the post-credit scene for this film would kind of give us more of an explanation as to how the Fantastic Four arrive in the 616 universe, as that was the post-credit scene for the Thunderbolts movie that came out earlier this year. But I figured we'll save that for later. My theory is that that Doom is not the Doom of Earth 828 or the Doom of Earth 19999. It is a multiversal Doom on his attempt to try and capture strong beings, and I feel like Franklin is one of them. If any of the previous movies from the MCU have some bearing on one another, then I'm guessing that Doom is collecting Nexus beings, and that Franklin is the Nexus being of Earth 828. This would explain why he's jumping universes, and why the Fantastic Four are jumping to Earth 616. Now, if that is the case, then it begs the question of why the older generation of X-Men are involved, and if Wolverine is the Nexus being of that universe, considering the fact that Deadpool and Wolverine established that both Deadpool and Wolverine from that universe are that Earth's Nexus beings. We have no information yet as to what Doom is doing or where Doom will be coming from or what Doom's motive is, since this Doom is not established at all. But I hope to see where this takes us, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for the MCU going forward. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, check out some of my previous posts. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.